All right, well, welcome everybody to our March and our first quarter recognition event. Thanks for jumping on today. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Kim Geringer, and I am over sales and marketing remotely out of the Villages, Florida. So welcome today. So happy you could join us. All right, let's get started. If my machine wants to cooperate with me, here we go. All right. So I'd like to start off with our new distributors. So we have a couple different things when it comes to March distributors. We have brand new distributors, we have associate distributors, and we have welcome back distributors. So what does welcome back mean? It just means that they were with us less than a year ago and decided to come back, right? Great thing about the freedom of our business. You can come and go as you want. So that's what this means is they've just been gone for less than a year. So let's take a look at who they are. So welcome back to Tina, Amber, and Patricia. And you can see I always put where they're from so you can guys see where they're from. So welcome back. And then we also have our associates. So here are our associates. So Karen, Teresa, Vicky, and Rick. Welcome, welcome. And then last but not least, our new distributors, Tamia Bellas. So let's take a look. So you can see in red, this is the first time we had a little tie. So Rhode Island and Texas tied for having the most join us in March. So welcome to Joanna, Gloria, Linda, Brenda, Lily, Lori, Watabe, I'm probably saying that wrong, but Mary, Dora, William, and Ashley. So welcome to Mia Bellas. So glad that you joined us. All right, let's take a look at the sponsors. So this is everyone who sponsored one in the month of March. So we have Allison, Ronnie, Rachel, Nona, Laura, and Jill. And Nona, you're going to have to reach out to me. That's why I'm not saying last names because I know I'm going to butcher that. So you have to let me know how to pronounce your last name because I know, oh, I wasn't even not even going to attempt it this time. But congratulations on sponsoring. All right. And then our top sponsor, because we have one top sponsor for March. Congratulations to Kathy Mahady for two new sponsors in March. All right. So moving on to our top sponsors for Q1. So what is Q1? January through March. That's our first quarter of the business. And so if you sponsored three or more, which is at least one each month, then you could participate in this recognition. All right. So let's take a look. So we have Kathy Mahady with three. And then all of these guys, look at it. Allison Boers, Christina Hanare, Elena Stifler, and Jody Zavala, all with four new sponsors in first quarter of 2026. So congratulations. All right, so how about sales? So let's take a look. For March sales, we did top sales 25. So we did top 25 for March. So let's look at number 25. So we have Alita. You can see over to the right is their numbers, and that is wholesale. Let's keep that in mind for March. So she had 889. Number 24, Denise with 897. 23, Kimberly with 907. 22, Sean, 925. Number 21, Nona with 935. 20, Pamela with 963. 19, Gaylin with 1,032. Number 18 with Danielle, 1,046. 17, Ronnie with 1,119. And at number 16, we have Ashley with 1,149. All right, at number 15, Shelly with 1,184. 14 is Julie with 1,312. 13 is Lori with 1,422. 12 is Allison, 1,443. 11, Rebecca with 1,540. 10, Patrice with 1,556. 9, Margaret with 1,672. 8, Rochelle with 1,756. 7, Mina with 1,769. And number 6 with Lane with 1,850. So let's take a look at our top 5 in sales for March. So coming in at number 5, Julie Hadsel, 1,971. Number 4, Annette Beals, 2,225. I love seeing new names on these lists. Number 3, Brianna Cataldo with 2,765. And number 2, Jody Zavala with 3,968. And at number 1, Elena Stifler with 5,663. Wow, congratulations. Great job, guys. Incredible sales in the month of March. Now let's look at what Q1 looks like for sales. So again, this is our top 25 for January through March in sales. So at number 25, we have Kylie at 2,388. Carrie at number 24, 2,403. 23, Alessandra, 2,430. 22, Nancy, 2,449. 21, Brenda, 2,457. Number 20, Shauna Elling, 2,512. 19, Julie with 2,545. 18, Shelly with 2,587. Number 17, Stacy, 2,610. And then number 16, Danielle, 2,611. All right, let's move to number 15, Pamela with 2,706. Number 14, Annette with 2,732. 13 is Valerie with 2,831. 12 is Laura with 3,139. 11 is Mary with 3,198. 10 is Patrice, 3,362. 9 is Rochelle, 3,465. 8, Kelly, 3,500. 7 is Margaret with 3,504. And number 6 is Lane with 4,053. And again, reminding you, these is wholesale numbers, guys. Incredible numbers. So let's move on to our top 5 in sales for first quarter. So coming in at number 5, Brianna Cataldo with 4,560. Number 4, Lori Roberts, 5,093. Number 3, Julie Hadsel with 5,574. Number 2, Jody Zavala with 10,592. Wow, and we didn't stop here. Number 1, Elena Stifler, 13,687. Wow, you guys, incredible, incredible numbers. Congratulations on fantastic sales results. Keep it going. Keep this year going. All right, so moving on to promotions. So for March, here's our rewards chart so you can see what we're looking at. For those of you who are new, maybe you've never seen this. This is in our in your back office and also in our Bella Builders group, but it just shows you all the different titles that we potentially could be recognizing today. So we are starting with our bronze and silver. So this is what the recognition looks like. They get their names published here. So what do you have to do to be bronze? You just have to personally sponsor 1 to 2 people in your front line, have personal volume of 44.95 and group volume of 200. And then that unlocks an override commission on level 1 of 5%. So we had 3 new bronze distributors in the month of March. So let's take a look at who they are. So congratulations to Amber, Nona, and Jill for being our newest bronze distributors. Great job. All right, and then silver, just to look at those requirements, now it's 3 to 4 personally sponsored. Same personal volume, but the group volume is now 500. They get 5% on their level 1 and then 2% on level 2. We didn't have any new silver distributors, but we're moving on to gold. So here's gold. So the thing that changes for them is now they get their own customized image with their name, title, the month and year of their promotion with their photo on it. So what do you have to do to be gold? You have to have 5 personally sponsored now. Same personal volume, but now the group volume is 1,000. Level 1 is now 7.5% and level 2 is 2.5%. And we had 1 new gold distributor in the month of March. Let's take a look at who that is. So congratulations to Rachel Frazier for being our newest gold distributor. Congratulations, Rachel. So excited for you. All right. Now that had to be a quick, we just closed commissions like yesterday. So I asked her, I'm like, I know this is short notice. Can you please send me a photo? So thank you for doing that so quickly, Rachel. I appreciate that. All right, so moving on to Kickstart. Let's take a look at that. So this is our incentive program for new distributors and existing for a short amount of time. But here's what it looks like for our new distributors. So your first period, so for those of you who joined in March, April is officially your first period. So you have the opportunity, if you promote all the way to gold this month, you could have $350 cash bonus. So you can see how that works for each new promotion from bronze, silver, and gold. And each period, it goes down a little bit. So you have all the way, literally, you have 7 months technically to earn some additional bonus cash on top of our rewards plan. So we had one bronze new distributor who earned $50. So let's take a look at who that is. So Amber Bennett, she just joined us this month and she's already earned $50 cash bonus. So congratulations to Amber. And then we also, as I mentioned, for existing, we have through June. So if you joined Mia Bellas before January of this year, you're considered an existing distributor. So you also get this great incentive. So let's take a look. For bronze, we had 2 existing. So since we were in March, they each earned $30 bonus. So let's take a look. So we've got Nona and Jill. Congratulations. And I want to just make clear because people have called Bob and said, hey, I didn't get my commissions, and then he pays them and then they get paid again, or we have to, it's a mess. So guys, you've got to understand, you won't see this until the next commission period. So you won't see it until it's paid out in April. When is April paid out? May. So you'll see it in your May paycheck when that comes. That's when you're going to see these bonuses. All right. So you will see them. It's just a little, we have to back it out a little bit. All right. So we're not done yet. Here we go. Gold. We have 1 new gold. You guys saw that. So on top of her beautiful recognition image, she also gets $120 bonus. So there you go, Rachel Frazier, $120 for promoting to gold distributor. So congratulations. All right. So there's that list again that we just talked about. We just welcomed all of you. This is what you get to earn. Okay, you're a new distributor. This is all the potential you have for extra cash bonuses. So good goals to set. All right, our drive to be director. Now, we didn't have any new directors, but I like to share this with you because I know some of you have this goal this year. I know I've seen your goals, and there are people that are shooting for this. So here's what it is. If you promote to a new director, you get $100 for promoting. And then every month we add money to that, right? For consistency. So you have the potential. You can see that if you do it every month, you get 200, then 300, then 400. But if you skip a month, we're still going to pay you. It just depends on how many times you've been paid. All right. So don't think because you didn't do it the next month that you're out, because you're not. You have the potential of earning up to $2,000 if you consistently get paid for the next 5 months after promoting. And then if you sponsor 5 new people in that next 5 months, you also can earn $500. So that's a total of $2,600 for promoting to director. And we all know the sooner the better because this only goes through December. So you want to make sure you take advantage of all those bonus opportunities. And then, of course, the upline gets to play in this as well. So they, as long as they're paid as a director or higher, the same time their new person promotes, they also get that $100. And then they also get that consistency bonus. So they have the opportunity to earn up to $2,100 cash. So great incentive. So then just a reminder, this is our theme this year, right? All around this big anniversary, we're celebrating 25, the US 250. So pretty exciting. So this is that new label that you'll be seeing later on this year. So let freedom ring your business your way, right? Freedom and flexibility. Just as our nation was built on the promise of freedom, Mia Bellas gives you the freedom to choose how, when, and where to build your business. And isn't that what we love about this company? So we had 26 challenges that we put out there beginning, and actually we shared these with you in December. So there are challenges for all distributors and for leaders and aspiring leaders. And a lot of you are doing both, and that's fantastic. So each month you have something new that we're challenging you with. And if you do 4 or more and you attend Fling, you'll get a special little prize at Fling and get to walk across stage. So let's take a look at, and thank you, Jody, for doing this. We're working on some stuff, and she's like, "Hey, I already did this." I'm like, "Oh, I was just getting ready to do it." So she saved me a little bit of time. So Jody put this together for April challenges. So for distributors, Freedom to Grow, host an in-person or virtual event, an open house, gathering, vendor event, or fundraiser, and you meet that challenge. And then for leaders, it's Grow Together. So help at least one team member promote or achieve kickstart and grow your team volume by 10% over March. So there's our April challenges for you guys to be working on. All right, and we started this new segment, Freedom in Action, Progress Over Perfection, right? And it ties into a lot of these challenges and goals where, we all set goals at the beginning of the year, and sometimes we're not perfect, right? That's okay because we want to keep progressing. That's what this segment is all about. So I'm excited to have join us with Double Diamond Director Jody Zavala is joining us today to share about her progress and how things are going for her in 2026. Jody, are you there?
I am here. Good morning,
Great.
everybody. Well, afternoon for some of you.
Yes.
Thank you, Kim, for having me. I'm excited. I was actually thinking about it this morning, it kind of forced me yesterday. I kind of sat down and looked at the goals that I created, and I looked at the company goals and kind of gave myself a little, I guess, assessment of how I'm doing. It's definitely not perfect, but it's a lot of progress. I feel like the goals that I wrote really helped me to focus this year. I always write goals, but for some reason, and I don't know if it's the combination of the company goals and then my own goals, I feel a lot more committed. But actually super calm about it. Like I'm not stressing about it, right? And one of my goals was to run my business with peace, confidence, and fun. And I feel like I'm achieving that because in the past, I recall that, I would get really upset about not achieving it or not completing it or, not reaching it. But in reality, just the fact that I wrote down the goals and I was holding myself accountable and maybe I didn't reach it, but I know I did better than I did before. So, it's allowing me to kind of reflect and focus on the things I really want to do. And I'll kind of touch on one of the things that I really wanted to focus on this year, um, is my customer connection. So it's funny because I've been doing this now for 26 years. Well, let's see. My daughter will be 20, well, she'll be 28, right? She'll be 28 in June, and I started when she turned 1. So it's going on 27 years. So I have such incredible customers and I appreciate them so much. Like I mean, without your customers, right? You don't really, you don't have a business unless you have customers. So, at the beginning of the year, I just thought, I really want to focus on my customer connection and providing them with things that are helpful to them or fun for them or kind of, take the yucky out of their day or, provide some fun, a little excitement, maybe some help with gift needs or, events or anything that they are involved in. I want them to think of me. So I created something, many of you have seen it. Sometimes people will message me and say, "Is this a new company thing?" And I'm like, no, no, but that's the beauty of Mia Bellas, right? We have all these great products that we have at our disposal that we can, do bundles with. We can do baskets. We can do all kinds of fun little combos or whatever you can think of to create things for our customers. So I created a Bella box. It's been so much fun. It started with 15 boxes and it's just started out as an idea to kind of put together a fun box that was, affordable but not cheap. I didn't want it to be like just a cheap thing. I wanted it to be something that was useful products in there that were useful that people think, oh gosh, I really will use this, or I really do enjoy this, or this just made me smile. So, I started with 15 and they were gone. They were gone overnight. I posted it in the evening and by the morning I had none left. And so it was a box. They chose their candle, they chose their scent sway. And then I included several other items that kind of went along with my Bella Box theme, which is my theme, which is light, love, and relax. And so everything in the box kind of revolved around that. And then, so I decided, okay, I'm gonna do one a quarter because it's a little bit of work, right? And then at the second one, I decided, the boxes that I ordered came in sets. And so I ordered 15 before, sets of 15. So I thought, I'm going to do 40. Well, I sold 45 because that's how many boxes I had. So, but this one kind of evolved. I started thinking about other companies that I know that have small businesses. And I asked them, would you like to feature your business in this box and provide something in there? Again, it can't just be a business card, and a magnet. It needs to be something that's substantial, that's meaningful, that's useful, that people are going to be excited to receive. So, it was incredible. And there's 11 items in that box, and it was so much fun to do. It was work, I'm not gonna lie, it was work, but it was fun work. And I feel like it provided a moment. So many of my customers reached out and they were like, I came home from a long day and there was my box sitting on the porch. And to just, one customer said she got in, she put on her comfy clothes and she sat down, and poured herself a little glass of wine. And she said she went through this box and she said it made her so happy. And it's making me emotional thinking about it because that's what I wanted to provide. That's exactly what I was going for with that. But what it's also done, which leads to more of my goals, is it's led to booking parties. It's led to new Scent Saver customers, which was another one of my goals. And it actually led to a custom label because it sparked a conversation with the person that one of the businesses that put something in the box. So it's actually my cookie girl. She is opening kind of another side business, so she wants a label for that. So, don't be afraid to try things. That's my advice and suggestion to you all. Sometimes we think of an idea and then we go, "Oh, I don't know if it'll work." Well, you don't know. You won't know. Put things down on paper, try it small, try a little small version of it, whatever it is that you're thinking of. If it's something that you want to do in your vendor booth, I know people that are you team Fruit Loops or are you team tobacco cognac? Don't be afraid to try things. I know that there's so many distributors in our organization that I'm aware of that have gotten so brave to just try something. If you have an idea, or if something you see online inspires you that someone else is doing, run with it. I don't own the Bella Box. There's no copyright. So, and you can call it what you want. You don't have to call it Bella Box. You can call it whatever you want, if that's something you want to do. Again, you have to do some math and you have to figure out your costs and you have to do all that. And that's a training for another day, but, it's definitely okay to think outside the box, no pun intended, and try new things for your business. Be different, be unique, do something. I saw Valerie Lopez hung her banner right outside on her house, right above her garage door. It's hanging and she's got people coming to her door. And, I wouldn't have thought to do that. I don't know if my neighborhood association would allow it. I do have my garden flag, my Mia Bella garden flag, but it's okay. That's my advice to you. And that really is, as far as your goals, take a look at them again and decide, what do I want to focus on? You don't have to focus. I got a whole paper here. This thing is full of things and I have not hit the mark on all of them, but I will before the year ends. And, I'll continue to run my business with peace and confidence and of course a whole lot of fun. So that's it. Kim, anything else I should add in there?
No, I mean, I love to, because so many times, you look at goals and people are like, well, I'm going to hit sales goals of this much, and everything's like around a number, right?
Yeah.
And I love that your main focus was that customer connection, because what did it lead to? Your numbers,
Sales,
right? I'm
lots of
sure
sales. Yeah.
you've seen all those areas increase, with especially like the Scent Saver program, because that is kind of like, it's like the secret thing that nobody talks about, but it's such a great program that now you're able to incorporate and get new customers involved in that program too, and take some of the work off of you, right? Because it really is people do all this work with these candle clubs when they could be letting the company do it for them.
Yeah.
And so I love that's grown into that and the custom labels and again being brave because I know you've got a great VIP group that you use and I'm sure you've done that before too. Like you said, if you're not sure, use them as a test group. Say, hey, I'm trying something new. And that's kind of what you did with your Bella boxes, right? Is you're
Yeah.
like, hey, I'm trying this. You started with 15 and then look what happened.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love that. I love that
And
you
a
know.
little sidebar on my VIP group. I've actually, that was a big goal of mine. I've really started to be engaging in there. And so every Sunday I sit down and I create the week's posts, right? And I try to get super creative. I try to look at all the aspects of Mia Bella's and then I write down like 6, 7, 8 things. And then I really focus on that one thing. So maybe I'm focusing on the palm wax. And I really elaborate. I actually go do research. I'll even talk to Chat GPT and I'll get information there and which you do have to make sure it's correct. Just a little sidebar there. But, I'll go to the company website and I'll read a few things or even a little tidbit and then I'll do a post about it. And it could be the smallest, minorest little thing about palm wax, but I'm going to elaborate on it today. And so I encourage you guys to be active, schedule posts in your VIP page, and then make sure that when people respond, you are responding to them. And just another little sidebar, don't forget about comment courtesy. There's a lot of you distributors in my VIP page, and I welcome it 1,000%. But if you're going to borrow something, make sure you leave a comment for that person. So I know, like, if I see a post, that Julie Beisinger does, I'm not just going to go take it and use it. I'm going to comment on her post to help boost her Facebook algorithms first. I'm going to love it, like it, make a comment, post a GIF, sing and dance and do all the things on her post. And then I will buy it, borrow maybe the picture and then rewrite something else. It's totally okay. That's what it's all about. So that's been a big goal for me that I didn't touch on. I know most of you have noticed, but yeah, definitely borrow, use, and get after it.
Love that. Well, thank you so much, Jody. I
You're
sure appreciate
welcome.
you joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
And we're going to keep this going because for May, we are really honored to have our Canadian, Sandy Hollowich, is going to be joining us in May for our recognition to share a little bit about what's been happening with her goals and her candle business and her life in general. So look forward to hearing from Sandy. That's going to be really, I'm looking forward to that. So, and she volunteered. I love volunteers. So we need people for June. If you're looking to share, just like Jody did, and what Sandy's going to do, let me know. We'd love to hear from you. All right, so moving on to some reminders and some updates. So that our Celebrate Freedom Sale is still going on. You can see, look at the sold out. We're getting a lot of red on this sheet. So again, if your customers love these retired fragrances, you love them, get them while you can. All right. And you guys save $3 on the melts and $3 on the candles through your back office, and your customers, same deal, but through your website, they save $6 on the melts and candles. So take advantage of that while the product's still here, while those fragrances. And then our limited edition, so our Mother's Day candle, and it doesn't just have to be for Mother's Day, it's just the timing right now is perfect for Mother's Day or anyone special in your life. We have this beautiful label in our Love Struck fragrance. So, and it's also in our new red glass. So lots of great fun things going for this beautiful candle. So this is still available while supplies last. And then it's Stress Awareness Month. So this is also still available in our Stress No More fragrance. So stressed, blessed, candle obsessed. Love it. So that's still available for you. All right. And then a new fragrance. So it's funny. I don't remember if it was Dotsy last week. I don't remember the last time we're on here. So are we going to have another Raphael fragrance? Well, yes, we are. So this one is fun. I asked Mike, I'm going to show you the picture. So this, I said, I would love to have a picture of Michelle with the baby. And this is the one. And I thought it was done in AI. I was chuckling. He goes, oh, no, that's the one she wants you to show. So here's Michelle with little baby Luca. And this is the Easter photo that Mike sent me. So he is so adorable. Let's share a little bit about this. So a legacy continues, right? This is how it all started. So some moments are too meaningful not to celebrate. So with the arrival of baby Luca Raphael Sicozzo, we're honored to introduce the next chapter in a fragrance story that represents legacy, leadership, and family. Inspired by Michelle, because this is her favorite fragrance, and created to celebrate this beautiful new beginning, this is a fragrance that embodies warmth, strength, and quiet sophistication. So here we go, introducing Raphael number 2, which is Santal. So rich, grounded, and effortlessly refined, this masculine fragrance opens with a subtle spark of spice, gently softened to create a smooth, inviting first impression. It settles into a warm, commanding presence of leather, amber, and sandalwood. Rich, balanced, and quietly powerful. As it lingers, soft notes of vanilla and cashmere musk create a clean, velvety finish that feels both elevated and approachable. A modern expression of strength and legacy, quietly confident and undeniably memorable. So this one has top notes of jasmine, cyclamen, and cardamom, middle notes of leather, amber, and sandalwood, and bottom notes of vanilla and cashmere musk. So Raphael number 2, created to honor the next generation and the love that surrounds him. So this also is going to be added to our annual fragrance. It's not just going to be limited, it's going to be added to our annual fragrance collection, and it's going to be available for you guys to order on Friday, April 24th. So hopefully you guys are really excited about that, our next fragrance in this beautiful lineup here. So Raphael number 2, Santal. All right, again, Friday, April 24th, this will be available. So, all right, let's take a quick look at Fling. All right, this is still going on, guys. Registration's open. Highlights of what's going on. $250 is the cost per person, whether you're a guest or a distributor. And if you attended last year's Fling and you attend this year, you get 50 Bella Bucks. New distributors since last Fling who attend will also get 50 Bella Bucks. So you have lunch on Saturday, and then Sunday you will get lunch and dinner, and that will be our entertainment and our theme night. So that would be a red, white, and blue night. You also get a free swag bag, tons of free drawings with lots of free product and fantastic, huge deals. When I see huge deals, I mean it, guys. They're fantastic. And then last but not least, that Saturday morning tour of the home office. And then here's the information on the hotel. It's in Scranton. It's at their conference center. So you can book your rooms now. It's $157.07. That includes everything, parking, taxes, resort fees, everything out the door per night for that. Okay, so let's take a look here. This is what you'd look when you go and you log into that site. You're going to see this landing page, and you select your dates and book your rooms. Registration, super easy. Like we said, $250 full price for Saturday, Sunday. Saturday only $100. Sunday is $150. All right. And then for kids 12 and under, they have the opportunity. You just have to reach out to Bob. Their lunches are $25 and the dinner is $45. And real quick, again, this is just through your back office under corporate information, calendar of events. And there's only one event in there. Click on register today. And again, landing page with everything I just covered for you guys. But this is a great resource for you to look it up. So you have it right there at your fingertips. And then here's all you do is fill in the information. Make sure if you are a first-time distributor that you click that for me, please. Let me know that it's your first time attending a Fling. And then you're going to do your registration type as well. Whether it's Saturday and Sunday, you need transportation or not, let us know that for the tour so that we can obviously plan ahead. And then even if you don't have any special needs or allergies, just put NA in there so it lets you move forward with that. And then the same process for a guest. You just click add a guest and enter all that information for them as well. Super simple. Submit the registration and voila, you've registered. So that's available now. So right now we have 86 who have registered through Monday, April 6th. I'm not going to read all these names. I'm just going to show them and I'll post them out there so you guys can see it. But I do have the upline on here as well. I think that's great for you leaders to be able to see. I'm sure a lot of people said, oh yeah, I'm going to be registering, and maybe you don't see their name. So great opportunity for you to reach out to them to say, hey, I didn't see your name on Kim's list today. What's happening? You gonna get registered? So, and the earlier the better. It helps us guys with our planning, obviously. So here's everybody that's attending so far. So exciting. So exciting to see so many first-time attendees as well. That's really fun to see. And people who've just joined too. You know, that's really exciting. Look at all those names. All right. have one more. There we go. We always know Zavala's. Maybe we have to reverse these lists, Jody, sometimes so you guys aren't always falling last. But you're not last but not least, that is for sure. All right, so there's all those names. And then we have a little event happening, wow, coming up. Some of us, I know Bob and his family are actually leaving out. They arrived Friday. I arrived Saturday. Some people arrived Saturday, but the main event is Monday through Thursday of next week. So our trip to Cancun. So very excited about that. And on Tuesday evening, while we're there, we're going to be announcing our fragrance of the month for May. And we're going to try and do it live so you guys can see at the same time that all of our trip earners see it as well, because we always have a nice little dinner event and gathering and a group photo. And then I always release a new product so that they know before everyone else what that fragrance is going to be. So here's a look at our calendar. So some office closures. You can see the April 14th, 15th, and 16th, the office will be closed. Again, you can still place orders. They just won't be shipping or processing any orders during that time frame. So you can see here on the calendar. And again, that on that 14th, we're going to reveal that May fragrance of the month live while we're there, as long as everything works, right? Technology. We'll hope that everything works well. So, and you guys have been really excited about that Mia's Market fragrance at Heirloom Vines, seeing so many fun comments about that too. So keep sharing. I'm glad that you love it. I love it too. Love the new line. Excited for some new fragrances to be added to that too, coming soon, we hope. So, well, thank you very much, guys, for joining us today. I really appreciate your time, especially I know it's hard. You guys are busy. And for those of you who take the time to listen to this, the recording, I appreciate that as well. Helps you be in the know, right? So thanks again to Jody for joining us. And I hope that you guys all have a great rest of your week. And next time we'll be talking to you from Cancun. So have a great rest of your week, guys.